Good day everyone. In this video we will learn something about grammar. So by the way, what is grammar to you? A grammar, it is a set of rules that explains how the words are being used in the language. So for you, is it essential to know how to study the proper grammar? How to use the proper grammar? For me, it could be yes. Why? As should as we are belong in the 21st century, wherein all the people are being competitive to their works, competitive to their schools. So in this video, let's talk about the modal verb. What is modal verb? A modal verb, it is a verb that indicates modality, that is likelihood, permission, ability, advice, and obligation. So in this video, I will cite 3 modal verb because somehow a lot of people are confusing how or when they will use this kind of words. So these are could, would, and should. So in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 steps on how those things be used. So first, could versus would. Could is the past tense of can. So we can use could by the past tense of can. Or can means capacity, or in Tagalog, kakayahan. So I just let's go to for the example. Here, I can drink 5 cups of coffee in a single day. So tumuturo yan sa ngayon, present. I can drink 5 cups of coffee. So means that kaya kong uminom ng 5 tasa ng kape sa isang araw. So it points out in the present. And when can ang ating ginagamit dyan because nag-talk tayo about present. So let's proceed in the second situation. I could drink 5 cups of coffee in a single day when I was younger. In this situation, we use could because it talks about the past. Past, yung dating ginagawa niya, yung dating kaya niyang gawin. So, magagamit natin ang could kung past tense na siya sa can. So, let's proceed. Could versus would. So, let's proceed to would. Would is the past tense of will. So, kagaya din ng can, ang past tense sa can ay could. So, ang will naman, ang past tense niya ay would. So, let's take for the example. I know she will accept the proposal. No, ginagamit dyan ay will. Kasi, nagtuturo yan sa present. So, kibali, kaming dalawa nag-uusap at alam ko na tatanggapin niya ang aking proposal. So, ngayon kami nag-uusap. So, punta naman tayo sa pangalawang sitwasyon. I know she would accept the proposal. So, it talks about the past. So, nangyari na. Kasi, ang ginagamit dyan, would. Past tense na siya sa will. So, let's proceed. Could versus would. So, ito yung pangalawang sitwasyon wherein you can use could and would. So, pangalawang sitwasyon, possible situation. So, makagamit natin ang could sa ganitong paraan. So, let's take for the example. It could rain tonight. So, may posibilidad. Kasi, in the second point that we can use could dahil sa posibleng sitwasyon. So, in this first situation, it could rain tonight. So, ating malalaman kung tumingin ka sa langit at walang ulap, so, posibleng may mangyayaring ulan ngayong gabi. No? The possibility is there nga may ulan kasi walang bituin. So, may nilagay ako dyan sa baba, would rain. Why is it not would rain ang ginagamit ko? Because hindi siya tumutukoy sa possible situation. Because ang possible situation lang, ginagamit natin yan ay could. So, it could rain tonight. So, is it it would be sound good if it would rain tonight. For you, it also sound good. But, ang tamang term niya, the right term that we're going to use that in a possible situation is could. So, let's take for the second example. So Liza didn't attend the meeting. she could be busy. So hindi would ang ginagamit natin because it talks about possible situation. Lisa didn't attend the meeting because there's a possibility na she would be busy. She could be busy rather. So, could ang ginagamit natin kasi there's a possible situation na busy siya. So let's take a look for another situation. And this one is the imaginary situation. So let's take a look for the example. If I had much money, I would travel the world. So at this point, we can use would if there's will be imaginary situation. We cannot use could if there's not imaginary situation. Kasi ginagamit yan sa imaginary. Kung, dahil pa sa sentence, if I had much money, I would travel the world. So kung marami siyang pera, kaya niyang pumunta sa ibang bansa. So yan ang ginagamit for imaginary situation. We use would. So let's take another for the second situation. If Zion worked hard, he would get a better position. So would again ang ginagamit natin kasi nag-i-imagine tayo na kung si Zion ay nagtrabaho ng maigi, makakuha siya ng magandang posisyon. So imaginary, we can use could when we imagine something. So in the three steps, the last steps, polite expression. So first, I'm making suggestion. So here, the situation. We could try their specialty. So could ang ginagamit natin because we are making suggestion to our, especially when we go to the restaurants and you suggest that we could try their specialty. Hindi natin sasabihin na we would try because we are not, kasi hindi siya tama. Ang tama ay we could try their specialty because we are making suggestion to your friends. So letter B, making offers. So in this situation, would you like? So would na ang ating gagamitin. Would you like some cup of espresso? So also, you are making suggestion. Would ang ginagamit kasi if could you like, no? Hindi magandang pakinggan. Could you like some cup of espresso? No, it should not could. It should be would because you're just would you like making offers. So kung suggestion ang ating ibibigay, we can use could. So could. The last, which is the should, the last modal verb. So the should is the past tense of shall. So kagaya ng can, ang past tense niya ay could, and also the past tense of will is would. So in this last, should is the past tense of shall. So how or when do we use this kind of word? First, to give an advice. Second, obligation. Third, requirements. Or the last, highly possible. So let's proceed. Here, let's take a look for example. So in this situation, people here can understand English. You should not worry. So itong sitwasyon na to, ginagamit ang should kung ikaw ay nagbibigay ng advice. Let's take for another one. I have a severe AG. You should go to the doctor. So you're giving advice to someone else if of that person if she had a headache. So you give an advice to you should go to the doctor. Should ang ginagamit natin kasi you're giving advice to them. So in the third situation, if you want a better grade, you should study harder. So you're giving advice, so should ang ginagamit. Kasi kung gusto mo ng malaking marka, dapat talaga na you must study harder. So should ang ginagamit natin because you're giving advice to someone else. So when MacArthur said that I shall return, hindi niya sinasabi na I can return, I will return, because ang kanyang sinasabi I shall because there is a possibility, highly possible na babalik siya. Kasi requirements niya yun na babalik talaga siya. Yan, obligado na siya na babalik siya. So shall ang ginagamit kasi possibly, highly possible. So in the last, let's have an exercise for you to know, or for you to know that how we're going to use could, would, and should. So first, number 1, Blank, you mind lending your output? 2. Lance, blank ran a mile in 10 minutes when he was young. 3. If I become a president, I blank build more classrooms for learners. 4. We support you, blank, not afraid to try. 5. Neil isn't answering her phone. She blank be busy. So first, let's answer the number 1. Blank, would you mind lending your output? So first, ang answer dyan ay would. Kasi, would you mind lending your output? Number 2, let's proceed to number 2. Lance ran a mile in 10 minutes when he was younger. Lance could run a mile when he was younger. So kasi kakayahan niya before. So when he was younger, kaya niyang na run a mile in 10 minutes when he was younger. So number 3, let's proceed. If I become a president, I blank build more classrooms for learners. So ang answer dyan ay I would build more classroom for learners. So number 4, we support you. You should blank, not afraid to try. So the answer for the number 4 is you should. We support you. You should not afraid to try. So number 5, the last one. Nell isn't answering her phone. She blank be busy. So ang answer dyan ay she could be busy because there is a possibility why he cannot answer the phone because she could be busy. So thank you for watching, and I hope that you will learn something from this video about grammar and the modal verb of how or when do we use those kind of words: could, should, and should. So thank you everyone, and may God bless us all.